What can you do to find healing in grief? What is there that you can do so you can feel better? First of all, I want to apologize for the sound quality because it's probably not that good. But bear with me, because if you are in grief, what I'm about to tell you can truly help you. So, if you are in grief, if you have lost someone that is important to you, there's always an overwhelm on emotions that are constantly with you on a daily basis, especially in the beginning and the very, very early days. And we tend to shove those emotions away, or to put them aside, or to put them in a box in hopes to never have to confront them. But what I'm about to tell you is the complete opposite. You should dive into this overwhelm. I know it's not the thing that you want to hear, and maybe it's still too early. And it takes courage. It takes a lot of courage to dive into those uncomfortable emotions, because it's not even the feeling part that is uncomfortable. It's the resisting to feel that makes it uncomfortable. Have you ever noticed how after you cry, you feel better? It's not the feeling that is uncomfortable. It's the resisting the feeling that is uncomfortable. It is the I don't want to cry, and then it is the I don't want to get angry that makes it uncomfortable. It's the resisting. Once you allow yourself to feel whatever is going on, to feel sad, to feel angry, you move through that emotion and you give it an outlet. It's kind of like this ocean of emotions that is inside of you, and you are sealing yourself off if you don't allow yourself to feel what is going on inside of you. So everything is stagnant inside of you. There's nothing there's no release. So your emotions stay inside of you, whether you want it or not. And if you allow yourself to feel, if you stop resisting, even though it is uncomfortable, you give it an outlet. And so these emotions can slowly pour out of you, which creates new space for new emotions that feel better again. But it is not a simple task. And sorry if it's really loud right now. I'm next to a river. Hopefully you can understand anything that I say. But it is important. It is really important to feel your emotions. Man, it's really loud right now. Even I get distracted by the river. And it's kind of the same in your day-to-day. There is also a lot of noise that distracts you from what is going on inside of you. Kind of like this river makes a lot of noise, and it makes it difficult for me to think. But once you move to a safe space, a space that is calmer and away from your daily routine, the noise also starts to fade away, and you can slowly allow yourself to feel whatever is going on inside of you. Sometimes just feeling a little bit is enough. You don't have to constantly be in a deep dive and go deeper and deeper and deeper. It is good to go in deep and then to slowly pull yourself back out again. To find this balance, so this ocean can slowly be emptied bit by bit. And it might sound a bit paradoxically, because I tell you to dive into the overwhelm, but then not to stay in the overwhelm. And it basically is that. It's kind of, you move into the emotions to release, to move some emotions through, and then you swing back out to get on with your daily life, because otherwise it can be too overwhelming at times. Because what happens if you don't feel them? Maybe you even feel great right now, and it's kind of strange to you why you don't feel this overwhelm of emotions, even though a person very close to you has passed away. Well, it might be that you have tucked away these emotions in a neat little ball, and you avoid, again, you resist to feel them. But by simply avoiding them, you don't solve anything. But instead, you're postponing the inevitable. And that is that you will have to feel those emotions later on in your life. Because by simply avoiding them, it doesn't mean that they go away. They stay somewhere deep inside your subconscious. And they only wait for you to finally be ready to feel them. So the sooner you allow yourself to feel your emotions, the sooner you will move through them, and you don't have to face them later on in your life. That is the theory. Because with that being said, losing a loved one isn't that simple. Even though you might feel all your emotions, there will be things that will continue to come up. Because even though it's been a while since I have lost my mom, and I've done a lot of work in the very beginning, and I'm grateful for that, there's still times where things continue to come up. Oh, I'm out of frame half the time of the video, I feel like. There's still years where things come up, and that's gonna be inevitable. There are gonna be times where you will be faced again and again with the decision to feel your emotions or not. And what I want to give you, what I want to tell you, is to continue to make the decision to feel your emotions, to feel what is going on inside of you, to have the courage to dive in deep and to move everything through that needs to be moved through. That is the way you can help yourself. That is the way you can allow yourself to heal. And that is the way you honor your loved one. Because the grief is the last act of love that we can give our loved ones. And you will not forget them, even when you have moved through your grief. Even though grief will stay with you. It will change. It will not be this overwhelming. You will grow around it, and you will become stronger. You will integrate it into your life. The goal here is to grieve fully in order to live fully again. This is what this video is about. Taking this leap of faith, having the courage to dive into this overwhelm, into this ocean of emotions, move it through in order to create a better life again for you. Take care. Much love.